Hello and welcome to tonight's contest between the Jackson Indians and the Farmington Knightettes. I am Jake Jackson.
I'm Cole Sutton, and welcome to today's game.
This is a very important contest for the Knights. They're having a very good season. They're off to a great start, and we will see how they do against Jackson. So what are your predictions on tonight's game?
From what I've seen, I think that Jackson's a very good team. I think Farmington, I believe they've lost a total of 3 to 4 games around there. I think our team's very good. I think they have a good chance of winning tonight. Can't wait to watch the game.
I agree. It'll be a very tough contest, and I think it'll be very entertaining.
Awaiting the first serve from Courtney Knox to start out the first set of this varsity contest. Knox over. Bump by Jackson over the net. Out, point for the Knights.
Early lead for the Knights.
Knox to serve again. 3 defenders at the net. Great serve to Autumn Reed. Over the net, blocked by Caitlin Gillum. A great save from the Knights. Over the net, great dig by Hunter Vargo. Over to Katie Sivin, and off of a Jackson player, it is out. Another point for Farmington.
Looking great so far.
Knox for the third serve, 2-0 Farmington. Over again to the defender of Jackson, up and over the net. Good save by Kasia. Great play by the Knights to get the ball over the net. The ball is in, despite a Jackson player thinking different. No call on the Jackson side, and that leads to another point for the Knights.
They are not happy at all. Early lead by Farmington. Looks like they have momentum is in their hands.
Knox to serve again. Jackson setting up well. 2 defenders at the net. Hit by Hunter Vargo over to Kelsey Kraus. Over the net by Kasia Kaiser. The defender slips and falls, and that's another point for the Knights.
Miscommunication by Jackson. That'll kill you early in the set.
Number 12, Courtney Knox to serve once again. Over to the Jackson defender. Set up well by Jackson over the net. Kasia Kaiser with a nice stop. The slam by Kelsey Kraus. Hit by two Jackson defenders. Kasia Kaiser up to Courtney. Slam by Courtney Gillum. Ball is out. Knights asking for a tip, but Jackson is on the board.
4-1. Here's Jackson's serve.
Serve over by number 16. Player in the net for Farmington, and
point
once again, Jackson's point.
It's like Jackson's getting a little bit under control here, settling down a little bit.
Serve goes into the net.
I might be wrong.
Looks like a jinx there from Jake. Danielle Turner subs in
for Kelsey Kraus.
Number 3, Madison Greenlee subbing in for Jackson. As Danielle Turner, the new sub, comes in for her first serve. Great serve over the net. Set up by Macy McGunn, and it is a great spike from Jackson's number 2, Autumn Reed, for the point. Jenna Little subbing on for the Jackson Indians. 5-3 Farmington in our early first set.
Man, what a contest we have tonight here.
Great game to watch. Great serve. Kasia Kaiser over to Madison Brown with the slam. Returned well by Jackson. What a hit from the Jackson Indians, supporting well. That ball is out. Another point for the Knights. Sydney Savage, the senior, in for Kasia Kaiser. Knights looking unorganized here. Serve is on the line, called by the ref.
That was clutch right there. Caitlin Gillum for you.
Good serve, Caitlin Gillum to serve once again. Over to the left side, hit high up, hits the ceiling. Tap over by Jackson player, uncontrollably out of bounds again. Knights extending their lead.
5. Timeout.
All right, and we will be right back after this timeout. Time for our first commercial break.
Divorce has many fears. Losing a child doesn't have to be one of them.
Hi, I'm Jim Willis. I've been practicing law in the Farmington area since 1986. Divorce is a very difficult time. You don't have to go through it alone. Please give me the opportunity to help you.
All right, we are back from our commercial break. 8-3 Farmington lead early on in our first set. A timeout taken by Jackson after going down by 5. And Jake, it looks like it's going to be a pretty fun match to watch.
Yes, it is indeed. And the serve by Caitlin Gillum is over. And ooh, great save by, I believe that was Danielle Turner.
Yes, it was. Tipped at the net by Madison Brown. Can't get the ball quite over, and it's 8-4 Jackson.
Great play. That might be a Sports Center top 10 right there.
Jackson takes their serve over the net. Right to Kasia Kaiser, set by Courtney Knox to slam. Sydney Savage.
Laid the hammer down right there.
Laid the hammer down indeed. 9-4 Farmington. Jackson talking to their coach,
veteran
looking
Sydney
for some
Savage.
answers.
And I believe that is Chase Vargo serving
Vargo
for the Knights.
Substituted in for Courtney Knox. The serve over to Jackson. Set up, player at the net, hits the ball right into the net. Another point for Farmington.
And can't have that. That's just these points right there for Knights.
Ball over from Chase Vargo once again. Set up from Jackson. The defender, number 12, hits it. Ball nips the corner, and it is in. Jackson reduces that lead to 5.
That's a close call. Could have went either way.
That's a great play on the setup on the other Farmington side, picking the corner. And the serve goes into the net.
Point for the Knights. And
Kelsey
Kelsey
Krause.
Krause and Hunter Vargo sub in for Danielle Turner, and I believe that is Madison Brown.
And number 6, Callie Busnick in for Jackson. Hunter Vargo with the serve. Over set up by Jackson well. That ball took a little bit of a curve there. Looked like it hit the back end of the line. What a play by the Jackson Indians. Serve goes over. Kasia Kaiser with the setup to Chase Vargo. Sydney Savage, the slam. Over to Jackson, a little tip right over the side of the net. Set up for Maddie Bradley. The block from the Jackson player, and it goes untouched onto the Farmington side.
And that was a great, that was a very athletic play right there by Jackson.
It's a great play on the Jackson side. Over to Kelsey Krause. Set up by Chase Vargo, the slam to her sister Hunter. And that ball is out. Jackson slimming down that deficit now, only 3 points.
They're coming back. It might be a comeback team here. Once again.
Into the net by Jackson. And the serve that gives the ball over to Kasia Kaiser.
For the serve. Over.
Good serve on the other side. Dives
Oh.
for 3 players down at once. Can't get to it. And that's another point on the board for the Farmington Knights. Farmington dominating this game early. A lot of mistakes by Jackson, hitting several serves and even regular hits into the net.
Farmington showing great poise right now.
Another hit into the net by Jackson.
Point for Farmington. Take the 6-point lead. Serve again for Kaiser, excuse me.
Another good serve. Over to number 12, Kayla Thurman. Defended tip by Caitlin Gillum at the net.
I like that little cheer they have there. It's very creative.
Easy points for the Farmington Knightettes.
As they take the lead by 7 in the first set. Looks like Farmington's pulling away.
Once a 3-point lead for Farmington, now extended to 7 as the serve goes into the net, barely over. 2 players die for it at once as Kaiser comes
That
up
could
with
have
the
been
ball.
bad there.
To Maddie Bradley.
Good recovery though.
Good recovery from Farmington. Over to Hunter Vargo. Maddie Bradley with the slam off of the Jackson defender's hands. That was Macy McQuain on the deflection, and another timeout taken.
And
all right, and again, like last time out, we will go to another commercial break.
see you in a bit.
It's time to get more. More of what you love. Because getting more is what you get with McDonald's new $1 menu and more. All your favorites are still here, plus a whole lot more. For just $1, get the crunchy, tangy, brand new barbecue ranch burger. And for only $2, bring home the thick cut Applewood smoked bacon on the new Bacon Cheddar McChicken. Only on the $1 menu and more. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
As the second time out of the game concludes, an 8-point lead for Farmington. Dominating this game early. Kaiser for the serve once again. Over the net, great serve. And the shot goes out of bounds into the bleachers. Another easy point for Farmington.
That lengthens their lead. Kasia again for the serve for Farmington.
That shot deflected off a Farmington player, and that will be a point for Jackson.
Great hustle. Couldn't get there in time though.
Great effort on the play from Farmington's Kasia Kaiser, but ball just off of a defender and out of bounds. Number 8, Macy McQuain on the serve as the ball goes onto the wall, and that puts Jackson in double-digit points, and their lead, or their deficit, excuse me, to Farmington is only 7. The serve over the net to Kasia again. A great play by Hunter Vargo. Caitlin Gillum gets the ball over. A slow set there as they have to just bop it over the net. Caitlin Gillum on for the spike. Great recovery by Jackson as they hit the ball over once again. Great rally here. A little tap over by Chase Vargo, recovery by Maddie Bradley. The slam from Kelsey Krause up, hits the wall, the ceiling, excuse me, drops down onto Jackson's side, inbounds. That is another point for Farmington.
This game is getting really exciting.
Courtney Knox and Katie Sism subbing in for Maddie Bradley and Chase Vargo.
Courtney Knox with the serve.
Knox serves over on the right side. 2 players go to hit the ball. Gets it over somehow. Great save from Courtney Knox. Kasia Kaiser with the ball played over the net, out of bounds. Too much on that, and we are 1 point
too much mustard on
away
that one.
from a double-digit lead. Knox serves again over to the back player. Jackson players call for out, but that ball just hits the corner. It is in. 20-10, a 10-point lead for Farmington.
Courtney Knox with the serve again for the Knights. And it is over. And that sails out of bounds. Point for the Knights.
number 2, Autumn Reed, to sub in for Callie Busnick of Jackson. Courtney Knox to serve once again for the Knights. Ball goes over, great save. Just hits the ball, tap right over the net, and that is an easy point for Farmington.
Great
again.
play.
Knox serves over, almost an ace. A great save by Keisha Kaiser off the net, and the Knights can't get to it. Point for Jackson.
Great effort on that.
Great effort by Courtney Knox and Kelsey Crouch, just can't get to the ball in time.
Jackson serves, and it is over.
Serve over to Hunter Vargo, tap over. Keisha sends the ball over. Jackson sets, hits, off of Hunter Vargo's hands into the bleachers. A great play by Jackson on that spike, and that causes an error by the Knights and another point for Jackson.
Trims their lead to 10. See if Farmington can hold the lead.
Set by Knox, over to Kelsey Krause, to tap over the net, tapped by Jackson defender. Knox over to Sism, blocked again at the net. And a spike for Caitlin Gillum. Great play, great effort there by Gillum at the net. Number 6, Madison Brown subbing in for Hunter Vargo, and number 15, Danielle Turner subbing in for number 4, Kelsey Krause. Turner, the new sub, will take the first serve. Serve goes over the net. Hit up in the air by Jackson. Set, looking for a spike there. Great play, blocked at the net.
Boom. Point for Jackson.
As Jake said, point for Jackson. Too much on that spike, and it just goes out of bounds. Serve over for Jackson. Out of bounds, great play by Madison Brown to recover. Jackson recovering well. Just a little tap over the side of the net. Caitlin Gillum up for the slam. Ball is way out of bounds, and this is a single-digit lead for the Knightettes.
23-14 is your score. Knights on top. And that serve is over by Jackson.
Serve over by number 12, Kayla Thurman. Recovery from Jackson, and Farmington player runs into the net, distracts her from the ball, and the ball drops right in front of the net on their side. That is another point for Farmington.
I believe this is game point for the first set.
Kaylin Gillum with the serve. Serve bounces over the net and goes onto their side. That is a point for Farmington.
And Farmington takes the first set.
Farmington, as Jake says, takes the first set 25-15. And with our set over, we will now go to commercial break once again. We will see you when we get back.
We're always looking for better ways to do things. But with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Belgrade State Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
America loves a fish fry. And at St. Al's Church, they've been doing it right since the Pope was an altar boy. But you don't have to go to St. Al's for fish that special. Just come on over to Long John Silver's. Rediscover the taste you love. Long John Silver's. We're America's fish fry.
We are back after our first set taken 25-15 by the Farmington Knights. Waiting for our second set to resume here.
What was your first set predictions? How do you think the Knights performed on that first set?
I think the Knights performed great on that first set, and if they perform like they do, this should be an easy 2-set victory for the Farmington Knights, and we can all go home with a W.
I do believe that very much, and I just hope that they can stay consistent and play well this second set and get a victory, bring a win home.
Knights take the court, waiting for Jackson. Once Jackson comes onto the court, our second set will be underway.
Talking it over there. Jackson has the serve.
And our second set about to begin. As number 8, Macy McQueen, will have our opening serve of the second half, second set. Serve goes over the net, off of the net. Two players crush into each other, and Jackson starts out with a 1-0 lead.
Jackson with the serve. That is over, just barely.
Great recovery by Farmington on that play. Over the net. Set up. The slam. That ball is in.
It's a great shot right there.
Great shot by Jackson. Jackson out to a 2-0 lead.
Great spot.
Great shot placement on that shot right into the back corner. Jackson's serve is over. Kasia Kaiser rolls as she makes the play. Knox sets up Kaiser again. Set up by Jackson. Not a slam this time, just a slight set over the knot. Knox tries to go over the net there, quick and
quick early lead for Jackson.
Yes, it is 3-0. That is over. Great save by Hunter Vargo. Hit over Courtney Knox, setting up Caitlin Gillum. The little tap over the blockers.
A little trickery there.
It was a great play by Gillum, and the Knights are on the board for the second set.
Serve for the Knights.
Serve by number 12, Courtney Knox.
Over.
Great serve over. Ball tipped over. What Gillum tried to do, Knox there to recover. Gillum again with the tip. That
great
That ball is over, and a point for the Knights.
Great play by Katie Sissom. Courtney Knox with the serve. Great save. That is out of bounds.
Too much put on it by Hunter Vargo. Jackson now with their serve. Great serve over. Hunter Vargo sets. Knox sets Brown over again. Knox to Sissom. Blocked at the net. Touched by almost all players on the court. Deflections kill, and that is another point for Jackson. Jackson gaining quite a bit of momentum in the early set. Kaiser, a slam.
Farmington looks to be a little out of control right now.
On that last play, a slam off Courtney Knox. Courtney Knox was on the net on that play, and that gives a point to Jackson. Serve over to Kaiser. Knox sets Brown. Brown, that ball looked in. Another point for the Knights. Kelsey Krause subbing in for Hunter Vargo.
As well as Daniel Turner for Madison Brown.
Danielle Turner
with the serve. It's over. Ooh, great effort, but point by the Knights.
Knights with that point, trim that lead
to 2. It's again served by Danielle Turner. It is good.
Knox. Over to Sism, deflected off of number 5, Mackenzie Scott, out of bounds, and that is a point for the Knights. This is a
Great play by
game.
Katie.
Turner serves again. Jackson sets up at the net, tipped at the net by a Farmington defender. Sism again, tipped at the net once again. Jackson player runs into the net there. Careless errors by Jackson, and that
Tie
ties
ball
this
game
game
right now. 6-6 in the second set. Serve once again by Danielle Turner. Ooh, that went way out of bounds on that one. And the Knights take the lead. First time in this second set.
7-6 is your score. Danielle Turner serves over, bunks, set, and a little tap by number 2, Autumn Reed. Kraus sets up Kaiser. Ball is hit, set up in the back. The defender, the great shot over the net. Katie Sism set up. The deflection of the Jackson player.
Point for Farmington. Farmington with the 2-point lead now, coming back. Right back in this game now.
Farmington now with the lead. Turner again with the serve. Back corner, great play from Jackson. KJ Kaiser the set. Courtney Knox the set, I apologize. Sent over by Caitlin Gillum. Kaiser bump, set from Knox all the way across the court to Katie Sism. Tough angle for that one. Leading to the left as that ball goes out of bounds.
Just barely.
Great effort by Sism on the play, just couldn't get that right angle to put that ball down. As Jackson serves over for the first time in a while, it seems. Ball is hit by a Knights player, goes out of bounds. Looks like a little miscommunication there, and Jackson, just like that, has tied this game up once again.
Jackson with the serve.
Kayla
Over.
Furman on the serve. Courtney Knox sets up, looks like she hit the net there. That gives a point to Jackson, who regains the lead. Serve hits the pole on the net.
Cindy Savage comes into the games for Kasia Kaiser as the Knights tie it up at 9.
Serve from Caitlin Gillum. Oh, player slips and falls on the ground. And the Knights get points. They don't question, they'll take that lead again.
A win's a win. Matter if it's by 1 or 100. Serve for the Knights.
The slam, what a great play. That ball is in despite the diving efforts of Danielle Turner. A great play.
Kasia Kaiser back into the game with just a little quick rest there as she subs in for Caitlin Gillum.
Stoppage in play here as the ball went behind the bleachers somehow. Score tied up at 10-10. Savage, Kraus, Knox, Turner,
We are
Kaiser,
back.
and Sism in for your Farmington Knights. As
Jackson
number
with the
5,
serve.
Mackenzie Scott, as Jake said, with the serve. Over to Kasia Kaiser, set up by Courtney Knox. A slam by Katie Sism, great play by Jackson. Back on the Farmington side. Great rally here with the tap over. Great play. Ball goes into the net. That is Farmington's point. It's a back and forth
Great
game.
athleticism
Farmington
there
regains the
by
lead.
the Knightettes.
Maddie Bradley subbing in for Courtney Knox. Chase Fargo in for Katie Sism.
Serve for the Knights, and it's over.
Referee blows the whistle, give the Knights the point. Looks like a player might have been in the net there.
And the Knights take the 12-10 lead.
Countless
Midway.
errors by Jackson in this game, giving the Knights quite a bit of a lead.
And another point for Jackson. Easy point right there.
Chase Fargo with the serve into the net. one of the few, if not the first, serve into the net by Farmington. Served by Jackson that goes over. Danielle Turner to Sydney Savage. Ball goes over, easy for Jackson. Scramble for the ball there, saved by Chase Vargo as the ball goes over. Jackson recovering well, slam over. Great save by Danielle Turner. Tapped from Sydney Savage. Savage in the net. And another, once again, we have a tie game.
It's a nail biter this game, this set, I believe.
Set a lot closer than the last one.
Jackson's
Defended
not
at
going
the
out with the
net.
fight, but point for Farmington. They regain the lead.
Madison Brown subbing in for number 15, Danielle Turner, and Chase Vargo for number 4, Kelsey Krause. Number 2, Hunter Vargo to serve. Knightettes 3 players in front of the net. Serve over. Referee calls. Give a point to the Knightettes. Don't know what the call there was.
A little confusion on that one.
It's set, knocked over, tipped over by Sydney Savage. Great play by the Indians. Recovered well by Chase Vargo. Switching sides on the court, here's Jackson. A great save by Kaiser as the ball bounces off of the roof.
Great effort.
Great effort by Kaiser and great recovery by the Knights.
Tell you
Just
what,
unlucky there.
they've been playing pretty consistent tonight. I'm very impressed with both sides. It's been quite a game here.
The slam by Sism. Just can't get there in time. And that
Caitlin Gillen back into the game for subbing in for Sydney Savage.
The serve by number 8, Kezia Kaiser. The slam by Jackson, stopped at the net by Caitlin Gillum.
She says no.
And that goes into the net as the Knightettes put another point on the board, gaining a sizable lead in this second set.
Can they hold it is the question.
That is the question. Kaiser with the serve.
And we will shortly have an answer.
Blocked at the net by Madison Brown. Referee calls in the Knights' favor as they put another point up. Three players at the net, 2 behind them, and the server in the back. Kaiser again serves over. Jackson plays the ball over well. Into the gap off of Chase Vargo. Vargo and Kaiser run into each other, and that is a point for Jackson.
Trims their lead to 3.
Serve, another serve by Jackson into the net.
They've had several of those tonight.
Number 12, Courtney Knox subbing in for Maddie Bradley.
Katie Sism is in for Chase Vargo.
Knox, the new sub, will take the serve. 18-14 here. Knox with the serve. Great play by number 8 on Jackson, Macy McCain. Sism with the block. Ball goes out, and that is another point for the Knights.
Timeout by Jackson.
Yes, timeout by Jackson, and with that timeout, we will go to we will go to a commercial break. And we'll see you in a second when we come back.
With everything always improving, why is our banking falling behind? With monthly service fees and ATMs that take your money right back. Introducing Kasasa. Free hard-working accounts. You'll earn when you bank and earn when you swipe. And get those ATM fees back in your pocket. Free checking with rewards. Carried locally at Belgrade State Bank. Do you Kasasa?
What a crowd this evening we got here for tonight's contest.
We do have a great crowd here.
As Farmington calls it, the 6-man. Point by Farmington. Advances their lead to 6 in this second set. Can they take home this second set and possibly the victory here?
12 Knox on the serve. Great play at the net by Brown and Gillum. Ball over from Jackson to Hunter Vargo. Knox to Gillum. That ball is over that line. It is out of bounds, and that makes it a 20-15 game in the second set.
Set for Jackson. Over.
Set up by Knox to Brown. Ooh. A slam and a kill shot by Brown.
The Madison Brown.
The Madison Brown getting subbed out for Danielle Turner, and Vargo will be taken out for Kelsey Kraus.
As Danielle Turner serves, as the Knights hold a 21-15 lead.
Turner with the serve. Great serve over to the Jackson side. The ball goes up, hit. Kaiser with a great save. Ball goes into the net. Knox recovers. That ball goes into the third row of bleachers. Kelsey Kraus just can't get there.
Great hustle for the Knightettes.
Great effort there.
Couldn't get the job done.
Nope, ball goes into the bleachers. That's a point for Jackson. Kaiser dodges in front of Kraus, can't make the play.
As it sails out of bounds, point for Jackson.
That is an ace on the serve for Jackson. This lead is now 4. Serve over to Kaiser. Knox sets up. Gillum with the tip over, tipped to the net twice. Set over a slam, defended by Kaiser. Over to Katie Sissom, into the back row. Set up, little tap over. Great play on the Jackson side, little finesse shot there. Couldn't get to it in between the gap.
Jackson right back in the thick of the things with a trimming the lead to 3. The Knights are up 21-18 late in this second set.
Ball served into Kaiser. Knox setting up Sissom. Deflected at the net, and that ball is a point for Farmington as Sydney Savage comes on for Keza Kaiser. Serve goes over from Caitlin Gillum. A great play of hustle by the Jackson team on the far end.
That goes out of bounds. Point for Farmington. As they take the 23-18 lead.
Number 3, Madison Greenlee getting subbed out for Jackson. Game drawing to an end here. We have a close one. Number 9, Caitlin Gillum on the serve. Ball goes up, hit into the air, set. Number 2 on Jackson. Autumn Reed with the slam, defended by the Knights. Slam by number 5, Mackenzie Scott, a great play. What a rally by Jackson as they take the ball.
Their crowd is going wild. Point for Jackson.
The Jackson crowd is alive after a great rally and point earned by their team.
But Farmington still has the lead.
As you can hear the crowd into it now after that rally, looking to have some motivation and some momentum here. Ball goes out of bounds, not what the Knights were hoping for.
Crowd is going bananas.
Crowd is energetic. It is a 3-point game.
Point for Jackson as they serve, and that is over. Ooh, great play.
That ball is slammed. Ball
Is that a
looks
point
to be
or is that out of bounds? Timeout by Farmington. Need to talk some things over.
They do need to talk some things over. That is a 2-point deficit for Jackson, and with that, we will go to commercial break.
See you in a bit.
Big wave.
That is everywhere, isn't it? Okay, hey. Jennifer, can you guys turn to each other and share?
Do you want to go get a Happy Meal?
Yeah! This time it better not be a joke.
Who's excited about a Happy Meal?
All right, we are back as the serve comes over from Jackson. Set up by Knox, the slam by Sydney Savage.
Jackson is rallying right now.
As this game is now a 1-point game. This set much closer than the first.
Nail biter we got here.
Number 5, Mackenzie Scott with the serve. As Courtney Knox can't handle the set. ball goes in between the gap between the referee and the net, and this is a tie game.
I believe Farmington blew a 6-point lead there. Wow.
They did. This game, once out of hand, controlled by Farmington, now anybody's ball game. Sism set from Knox over to Savage. Ball is tapped, and with that, Jackson has the lead. Another timeout called by Farmington as they need to talk over their loss of points. And again, we will go to commercial break. Quick timeout as the Indians are already about to come on the court, but we will be back. We are back. Jackson with the lead now after that timeout called by Farmington. Serve is over, Kaiser to Knox. A dismissed play, miscommunication there by Savage and Kraus as Jackson wins the second set. We will go to a third set tiebreaker as we are here in Farmington, Missouri, awaiting a winner against Farmington and Jackson. In between sets, you will see one of the great commercials here as we go to another commercial break.
Divorce has many fears. Losing a child doesn't have to be one of them.
Hi, I'm Jim Willis. I've been practicing law in the Farmington area since 1986. Divorce is a very difficult time. You don't have to go through it alone. Please give me the opportunity to help you.
It's time to get more. More of what you love. Because getting more is what you get with McDonald's new Dollar Menu and more. All your favorites are still here, plus a whole lot more. For just $1, get the crunchy, tangy, brand new barbecue ranch burger. And for only $2, bring home the thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon on the new Bacon Cheddar McChicken. Only on the Dollar Menu and more. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
America loves a fish fry. And in the Corktown part of Detroit, there's a place called Nancy Whiskey's that's famous for one. Nothing fancy, just a tasty good time. But you don't have to go to Nancy's for fish that taste that special. Just come on over to Long John Silver's. Rediscover the taste you love. Long John Silver's, we're America's fish fry.
And we are back as Jackson has already taken the court. Farmington still talking it over after that blown set.
Over your thoughts of that second set.
I think it was a great set to watch, a great comeback by Jackson. I think the play just fell apart for Farmington, but that is all right. We have another set to prove a winner. With the Jackson side a little more energetic than the Farmington side, even the student section at this point.
They're getting down. Can't have that.
As the Knights take the court here, awaiting our third and final set. This third set is about to get underway with Courtney Knox taking the serve. 3 at the net, 2 in the back, and the server for Farmington. The serve from Knox is great serve. Set. And a
point for Farmington.
Point for Farmington.
First point in quite some time. They had a little drought there last set. Serve once again for Courtney Knox. And that is good. Ooh. Not quite in time. Point again for the Knights.
Serve by number 12, Knox, goes over, set by number 8 on Jackson. The slam defended by Kaiser to Knox. Slam by Sism, deflected at the net. 2 players dive for it, meaning the ball is now in the back, untouched, and that is a point for Jackson, 2-1.
Serve for Jackson. And that hits the net.
Another serve hit into the net by Jackson.
We've had quite a few of those tonight.
A few errors by Jackson indeed. Subbing in for Jackson is number 3, Madison Greenlee. Danielle Turner, one of the
serve
for Farmington with a serve. Ball goes out of bounds. A critical
Point
error
for
for
Jackson.
Farmington. Serve over by number 12, Kayla Thurman. Set by Knox. The slam from the back from Kaiser.
Tie game.
Hits the net again. It is tied early in the set, 3-3. Errors from both teams, but Farmington obviously having the upper hand with less serves and hits into the net. And another error for Jackson as that ball goes out of bounds.
Cindy Savage into the game for Kasia as the Knights have the 4-3 lead.
The
set is
by
over.
Caitlin Gillum. Set the hit. That ball hits the corner and is in. A great play by Jackson. Kasia Kaiser, short rest, comes right back into the game for Caitlin Gillum. As it is a 4-4 game here. The serve by number 5, Mackenzie Scott. Over to Danielle Turner, set by Knox. The slam from Madison Brown deflected off and out of bounds by Jackson, and that is a point for Farmington.
As Maddie Bradley and Chase Vargo subbing in the game for Katie Sism and Courtney Knox. As they get a breather.
Serve for number 13, Chase Vargo, goes up and over the net, hit in the middle of the court, set, just a little push over. 2 players almost collide there as Turner runs in front of Kaiser. And the ball from Maddie Bradley goes into the net. 5-5 game. Would have been a great play by Bradley, just not quite over. Nobody's perfect as we move on to a tie game. Serve goes over. 2 players again almost collide. Need some communication out there. Ball is recovered well and over by the Knights. Vargo set up to Danielle Turner. Hit by number 8, Macy McQuan. And deflected
Kelsey Krause into
into
the game, and Hunter Vargo subbing in for Danielle Turner and Madison Brown. As the Knights have the 6-5 lead, can they prevail? Can they come through with a victory?
Hunter Vargo, the serve over for the Knights. And looked like a attempt at a spike there for Jackson as the ball again goes into the net.
Point for the Knights.
Serve from Vargo again goes over, and again the ball goes into the net. Farmington capitalizing on Jackson's errors. A timeout from Jackson, looking to talk it over on some of those misplayed, and Farmington is excited. With an 8-5 lead in the 3rd set tiebreaker, we will go into commercial break.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Belgrade State Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
All right, we are back. Hunter Vargo with the serve. And countless errors from Jackson. Timeout, not doing much early on. Another ball hit into the net, and it is a 9-5 lead for Farmington.
Gonna have critical errors late in these sets.
No,
serve for the
cannot.
Knights.
Ball goes over. A great slam by Jackson. Ball goes into the corner. just like that, Jackson with a point on the board.
Serve for Farmington. A correction, that is a serve for Jackson. My bad.
Number 4 to serve, Jenna Little for Jackson. Little takes the serve over the net. That ball is out of bounds. Caitlin Gillum on for Sydney Savage. So Knights are first to double digit on the board. The serve by Kaiser into the net.
Point for Jackson.
That is a point for Jackson.
Those are the worst.
Great team play from Farmington throughout the game. Few errors for Farmington as the serve goes over. Kaiser to Bradley, slam.
Great recovery.
Great recovery by Caitlin Gillum. The ball placed over by Kaiser. Set up, slammed, and that ball deflects off the page of Kaiser and goes out of bounds for another Jackson point. Jackson, even with hitting a lot of balls into the net and deflections out of bounds, still in this game, capitalizing on the very, very few mistakes from Farmington. And again, the serve into the net.
They've had quite a few of those tonight.
They have. Knox coming on for Bradley and Sism coming on for Vargo. Chase Vargo.
Can't get them mixed up. We have 2 of them.
We do. Knox will be taking the serve. Over the net. Great serve by Knox. Set. The hit over. Deflected up the net. Recovered by Kaiser. Cross with the slam. Deflected. Still on the Jackson side. A great play to get the ball over. Knox set to Gillum. The tap over. Great rally here on the deflection off the Jackson player.
Sism.
On the Katie Sism slam. Gives Farmington a point and extends their lead to 4.
Serve for Farmington.
Server is again number 12, Courtney Knox. Set. The hit over the net by Jackson. Knox serves into the net by Katie Sism. The point for Jackson. Jackson to serve after the error by Farmington. The serve over. A great play by the Farmington Knights to keep the ball from going out of bounds. Have to recover here on defense. Kaiser up to Kraus. The ball just tapped over. A great play of athleticism by Jackson.
Not in time. Point for Jackson. As that trims Farmington's lead to 2.
This is a close game here. Kaiser over across the Sism. High set. Player goes up, hits the ball before Caitlin Gillum can get to it. Gillum winning the battle there as she deflects the ball, even with a tip on Jackson, and will get the point. Number 3, Madison Greenlee subbing in for Jackson. Kelsey Krause and Hunter Vargo are out for Danielle Turner and Madison Brown. Turner with the serve. Set, the hit, a great play by number 2, Autumn Reed of Jackson, deflected off Katie Sism of Farmington. The ball goes out of bounds. The Farmington lead is only 2.
Serve for Jackson. And that is good.
That ball almost goes in the net, but doesn't. Tipped by Sism at the line. Great recovery and rally here by Jackson. The tip over. Deflected by Courtney Knox. Kaiser was coming on.
Point for Jackson. Crowd is going wild.
Crowd is getting loud over here on the Jackson side as they have once again came back. The score is 12-3. You can hear some clapping and enthusiasm finally from the Jackson audience. And that means that this game is tied.
Point for Jackson.
As the ball they have momentum is swept away as the ball goes into the net.
Cindy Savage into the game for Keisha Kaiser as Keisha gets a quick rest.
And Farmington very ecstatic on the play
as they regain the lead.
They have a 2-point lead. Caitlin Dillon with the serve. The hit onto the Farmington side. Knox set up for Sism. A great slam. But the ball looked to be on
wow,
the line.
that was very close. That was borderline. That call could have went either way.
Referees
From
have
our
better
view.
vision than we do, and they call that.
That's very true.
Serve from Jackson. Kaiser did not. That time the ball is in, no question. A kill from Madison Brown. Substitutions coming on for Farmington. Serve for number 13, Chase Fargo. Ball slammed. Ball looked.
I believe that is a point for.
Ball looked to be out of bounds on the play.
Yes, that is a point for Farmington. Sorry for the delay.
The ball goes over on the serve for Farmington. A slam deflected at the net.
What
Jackson recovering formation. Madison Brown with the tip.
It's great. Timeout by Jackson.
Timeout by Jackson. And with that, we will send you to another commercial break.
America loves a fish fry. And at St. Al's Church, they've been doing it right since the Pope was an altar boy. But you don't have to go to St. Al's for fish that special. Just come on over to Long John Silver's. Rediscover the taste you love. Long John Silver's. We're America's fish fry.
All right, we are back. Chase Fargo with the serve. Deflected at the net.
Ooh, great
Chase
recovery.
Fargo, great recovery as Danielle Turner sends the ball over the net. The block off the deflection of Sydney Savage. Chase Fargo pushes the ball over the net. Great rally here. The slam, great save by Keisha Kaiser. Slam from Maddie Bradley, deflected high into the ceiling almost. Ball is hit. Bradley set to Brown. Deflected, hit into the net, and that was a point for Farmington.
Farmington's bench is getting into it as the Knights take the 19-14 lead late in this third set. Can they hold on?
Knights
bring
really
home the
need this
victory.
win. Vargo with the serve. Over to the other side
Be a
of the
great
court.
non-conference
Deflection, and just not close enough.
Great
Chase
hustle play
Fargo
by
on the play.
Chase Fargo, but it just wasn't enough. Point for Jackson.
A 4-point game here. The serve over to Danielle Turner. Vargo making the run in the play to Bradley. Deflected into the Farmington side of the bleachers. And that will be a point for Farmington. A 15-20 game. Madison Brown and Danielle Turner getting subbed off for Hunter Vargo and Kelsey Krause. Hunter Vargo with the serve. Serve over to Kayla Thurman. To set the hit. A lot of speed on that one as the ball hit up into the ceiling. Kaiser with the save. Great play. Ball deep into the defensive part of the field.
Gotta love these Knightettes' effort on it tonight.
Too much on that as the ball goes out of bounds. Great rally and great effort by Farmington. Just too much on that hit over the net.
2016, Jackson serve. Serves it over.
The serve goes over. Referee calling a whistle, giving Farmington the point. This lead is extended to 5 here, 21-16. serve by number 8, Kasia Kaiser. Great serve over on the Jackson side. The slam into the net. Another point for Farmington.
As they take the 22-16 lead.
Farmington needing to capitalize and keep this lead. Don't want a repeat of last set where they gave Jackson the set after a comeback. Served by Kaiser again over. The slam deflected at the net. The crowd just now getting into the game. Great play by Farmington as they add another point to the board. Jackson section still into it greatly. Served by Kaiser over the net. Set for Jackson. The hit. As that ball deflected and dropped on the Farmington side.
Trims Farmington's lead, but they still have this game in hand. But Jackson is known, as you can see from the second set, they are known for coming back. Will they? They may not. As Farmington, once again, with another point. We have some more substitutions for the Knights.
All right. Crowd is on their feet. Knox with the serve. The hit over. Recovered by Hunter Vargo. The slam. Katie Sism hit and recovered greatly by Jackson. Into the net. Knox with the save. Kaiser over the net. That ball could have been out of bounds. Hits the ceiling. Can that ball get over? No, it won't. And Farmington will take the game.
Wins 2-1.
Farmington records this win. A great win for Farmington.
Great comeback as the Knights with the victory over Jackson.
A little wrap up from today's game. First set, Farmington wins 25-15. Second set, 25-23. A comeback by Jackson in that set to recover. And then, as you just saw in the third set, tiebreak. Farmington with that win. Not a slim lead there in the third set, my apologies. Unlike the second, where they took over and dominated and ended up winning this game and getting the win. What do you have to say about this game, Jake?
Well, it was a great game, and I was very pleased with Farmington's performance as they came back. It looked like in the second set that they were getting a little bit down, but they came back, they got the win, and I was very pleased. I was pleased as well. Any win is a good win here, and that will do it at Farmington High School for Farmington versus Jackson volleyball. You stay classy, Farmington. Have a good night.
With everything always improving, why is our banking falling behind? With monthly service fees and ATMs that take your money right back. Introducing Kasasa. Free hard-working accounts. You'll earn when you bank and earn when you swipe. And get those ATM fees back in your pocket. Free checking with rewards. Carried locally at Belgrade State Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
Oh, big wave.
That is everywhere, isn't it?
Okay,
hey. Can you guys turn to each other and share?
Do you want to go get a Happy Meal?
This time it better not be a joke.
Who's excited about a Happy Meal?